Yeah, Solid Hill TD, yes, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark.
Yo, all right, everything cool, everything copacetic. All right, my fault. I just had to work a little magic. All right, had to work a little magic. My audio had went out. I don't know. I need to talk to StreamYard. I need to holler at StreamYard because one, y'all went up on your prices. All right, and it wasn't just like a significant jump. $10, $5. Them jokers went from $50 to $90. So it's a big jump. All right. That's one problem. Two, I got some of the most expensive equipment when it comes to audio. I shouldn't have no audio issues. This is on your end. All right. So StreamYard, get your ish together. All right. Anyway, before I was so thrown off and I got to adjust, had to leave the studio, come back. Regardless, it's your man Wildcard Mar. We are back. We are here for another episode. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition is episode 446. Damn, I didn't put in 446. 446 episodes of the Late Night Owl. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's all. But anyway, y'all see the headlines. We definitely gonna talk because I was curious about this. We're gonna talk Tom Brady and Shedeur Sanders, obviously, and I thought it was kind of odd. Why didn't Tom Brady draft Shedeur? He had a quick little snippet on Impulsive. I'll play that or discuss it. I definitely want to talk about this subject. This subject about Jaden Daniels and his mother Regina Jackson. I'm seeing some kind of weird conversation discourse that goes on about that situation. So I'm gonna put my 2 cents. All right, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. But hey, y'all know where we gonna start. We gonna start with the playoffs, baby. What's going on, NBA fans? How we doing? All right, let's get the elephant out the room. The elephant in the room. Let's talk about it now. All right, go ahead. Let's talk about the Jason Tatum injury. Yes, We do not know the severity of it as it as of right now. They're gonna do the MRI in the morning. They probably doing it right now. If you're being quite honest, they're probably not gonna release the results of those MRI till probably in the morning. But trust, they already getting that MRI already. But can I be honest, y'all? I'm gonna be honest, because I know that's what I do on my show. All right, I keep it real, and I'm just being, transparent. My thoughts, my opinions, my feelings. All right, these ain't got to be yours. You ain't got to agree with me, but I think we should all agree on this one. Series is over. Boston Celtics is cooked. They are cooked. They are cooked like a pot of Boston baked beans. They is cooked. They is done. They is cooked like throwing the tea in the bay. They are done. They are call a wrap. Call your booking agent, your travel agent. See where you like to go about this time of year. I heard Cancun's real nice. Belize, the Maldives, never a bad time to go to Jamaica. I love some Jamaica. Get your party planner. Plan a little, end of the year party, whatever y'all do. Get ready. Get it ready. Down 3-1 in the series. It's a done deal. And it's not a done deal because it's 3-1. And it's not a done deal because of the injury of Jason Tatum. I'm going to be quite honest with you. It didn't matter. Y'all go look at this series. Go look at the series. All right? Here's why the Boston Celtics are losing this series and probably will eventually get eliminated. All right? Here's what's going on. All right? First of all, I know people want to look at the Jason Tatum injury right now. It didn't matter. And here's what I'm talking about. They have a problem. And I'm talking about they as in the Boston Celtics. They have a problem. And if you've been paying attention to the series, it's called closing out the game. All right? Look at the 3 losses they got in the series. They're up double digits. They don't close games. So, people, if you want to point to the Jason Tatum injury, I don't know what to tell you. That injury happened literally after the Celtics once again blew a double-digit lead. Once again, we're trying to trail and play catch-up with not enough time, too late. So say what you want, especially when it comes to this game in particular. They were already down, it was 111, 104, 3 minutes left when the injury happened. I don't see New York giving up that type of lead. Because unfortunately, unlike Boston, they've been hanging on to leads. They're not blowing leads. This is 3 losses. They're down 3-1. And all 3 losses was a double-digit deficit overcome by the Knicks. Let's be honest. The Celtics have a closing problem. It's not the injury to Jason Tatum. All right? Shout out to my man Bobby G. He's all in the LFG. He's in the he's back in heavy into wrestling. So he's talking about, let's talk LFG. He's also a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, so he definitely don't want to talk NBA playoffs right now. It's okay, bro. I got the drink. You could bring the chips. Come on, have a seat right next to your brother right here on the couch. Yeah, we gonna be, watch the rest of the playoffs together, because my team is the Lakers. We already eliminated. Cleveland's on their way. So, yeah, I got the spot all nice and warm for you right here, my bro. It got Bobby G right on the name on it. I can't show you, but I show it to you later. It's right here on the couch. Say Bobby G. And got a nice Cleveland Cavaliers cup full of Henny for you. Waiting for you, bro. You'll be here soon enough. No worries. You'll be here soon enough. But let's be honest, man. I know a lot of people want to talk about, oh, the injury, you know, just no, Boston just they didn't close this series. The dominance that they had over the Knicks in the regular season was the regular season. All right. That was regular season. Okay. All right. You might already been sipping Henny. All right, Bobby, relax. Cavs in 7. All right. You must have been chilling with Shannon Sharp and drinking that Le Portier and shit. Yeah, all right. Just don't do what he did. All right. Don't take the bait. But let's be honest. If you really break down this series, despite the fact that the Celtics as a team has literally choked away 3 games and down 3-1, and now they're trying to understand why they're on the brink of elimination. Let's be honest. Here's a couple of things that just haven't been going the Celtics' way. Say what you want. In game 1, all right, goes into overtime. Jason Tatum did not shoot well, 7 of 23. All right. He hasn't had he didn't start the series off good. All right. He just didn't start the series off good. Jaylen Brown wasn't no better in that game 1. He's 7 for 20. That's a problem. So your 2 starters, your 2 stars are not shooting well, starting off the series. Here's another problem. You bring in Kristaps Porzingis, who's a physical, you know, anomaly. He's different. You know, what does he do in game 1? Oh, that's right. He only plays 13 minutes. Gives you nothing. All right. So certainly game 2 got to be different, right? Okay. All right. Well, let's look at the trend again. All right. Jason Tatum, 5 of 19, only 13 points. All right. Porzingis only adds in 8. And of course, Jaylen Brown, another, you know, not so great shooter night, 8 of 23. They lose again. That's 2 losses. All right. All right, let's go to game 3, the one that they actually won. All right. 8 of 20 from Jason Tatum. Yeah, that's all right. Not bad. I mean, you want better efficiency. All right. Jaylen Brown, 7 of 18, 19 points. What's Kristaps? 5 points on 19 minutes. All right. Tonight, game 4. All right. Again, Jason Tatum, had a great game. All right. He did what he was supposed to do. All right. 42 points. I can't knock him for what he did today. All right. Jaylen Brown, 20 points, 7 buckets, 16 attempts. All right. Let's look at Kristaps. Oh, man. Kristaps, 24 minutes and 7 points. I'm looking at a common theme. On why Boston is down 3-1. Because all of that plays into the 3 leads that they've blown. But for the most part, you're looking at 2 stars who haven't had great shooting series. All right. And their third option is giving them nothing. That's just the point. That's just the facts. Look at see, when I argue and I talk sports, I don't be stat driven all the time. I like to come up with a theory, a hypothesis, educated guess, and I use stats to, you know, back up what I'm saying. And it's anything is based off what I saw. So anything that I say is based off what I saw. Then I go to the stats to see if the stats back up what I saw. And right now, the stats are literally backing up everything that I'm seeing in this series. 2 stars who are not shooting well, and your third option giving you nothing. And you wonder why you are down 3-1. You wonder why you blew 3 leads, double-digit leads. 2 stars aren't shooting great. Third option is giving you nada, zip, zilch, 0. Kristaps Porzingis is giving the Celtics nothing. Nothing. You're supposed to be the third option, bro. You're supposed to have an impact. Damn, Joe Mazzulla moved you to the bench, took you out the starting lineup. That should have been enough to say, hey, get it together, pimp. It ain't working. Because the same production he's giving you as a starter, he's giving you coming off the bench. You can increase the minutes, decrease them. You're still getting what from Kristaps Porzingis? Exactly nothing. Nada. Y'all watching the same series I am. You're watching the same games I am. And you get the same access to the same stat sheets I do. All right. For those who want to say, the Jason Tatum injury is so devastating, the series is over because of that. No. The series was over before 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter tonight. As again, the Celtics blew another double-digit lead. 20 points, 14 points. All right? 3 losses. Call a spade a spade. All right? You're not closing. You're playing around. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, obviously we could talk about the amount of threes that they've taken in the series. I mean, 48 tonight. I believe it was 40 the last 2 games, in games 2 and 3, and of course the debauchery of 60 attempts in game 1. Hey man, live by the 3, die by the 3. That's just what it is. Point blank period. That's just what it is, man. I'm not gonna let the sports talking heads when the news comes out tomorrow. Hopefully we get good news, but it did not look good the way that Jason Tatum went down. So I'm kind of fearing for the worst. Unfortunately, if that is the case, I don't hear no poo-pooing in this like, because of the Jason Tatum injury, they're done. No. Go rewatch the games, look at the stat sheets. The Boston Celtics imploded this series. Self-inflicted wounds this series. Self-inflicted wounds this series. And it came at the wrong time. And it didn't have to. When you're up 3 games, let's really be honest. When you blow 3 double-digit leads, you had that game. If we're really being honest, this should the broom should be out right now. If we're really talking basketball, and Boston really handled their business like they were supposed to, we're talking about a sweep right now. Well, we're not. We're talking about a gentleman's sweep in the other direction now. I don't see any way that Boston wins this series now. Look, y'all know me. If I gotta eat crow, I'll come on the show and I will make the apology just as loud as the disrespect. But right now, them boys in Boston look like they ready to go on vacation. I heard the reports. They was like, oh man, the cry in this locker room, because of the injury. Okay, I get it. Now you guys are emotionally spent because of the injury. I get that. But what you should have done is been more upset with yourselves over the last 4 games in this series, because you could have had them. You could have been sweeping, could have been having the Bruins right now. We could be talking about Boston going on to the Eastern Conference Finals, waiting for the winner of Indiana and Cleveland. But we not. We talking about how the hell they gonna try to make this miraculous comeback without Jason Tatum. And guess what? I'm sorry, guys and ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you. If you're looking for positive affirmation, Celtics fans, you're not gonna get it from me. You're cooked, because you had too many self-inflicted wounds to even be in this series. First of all, too many self-inflicted wounds while you down 3-1. Ain't no way you're gonna have the miracle to come back and win this series. Sorry, I don't see it. And I damn sure don't. If you was losing with Tatum, I don't damn sure see you winning without him. You was losing with him. How do you expect y'all gonna win without him? I don't know. There must be something different going on, or y'all must know something that I don't. Okay. Boston, you're cooked. You're cooked. But then again, I know we like to sit here and harp on the team that really just blew it in the Boston Celtics again, like I did last week. I will make sure that that their Boston Celtics opponent, being the New York Knicks, get the praise as well. As much as I can look at the Boston Celtics and say, hey, man, you fools just blah, 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 this and that. For you to come back 3 double-digit games in the playoffs and win them, you still got to earn some kind of credit for that, right? You still got to earn some type of brownie points for, not quitting, coming back, and winning. 3 times? Once is okay. All right. 2, you like, they might be on to something. 3, I think we got a trend. Boston leave the door open. New York walks through and says, thank you very much. I mean, we got a trend. Let's say, all right. Just saying. And man. Look at old Jalen Brunson. Imagine him being in a Dallas Mavericks uniform right now. Man, that's crazy. Damn, Jalen Brunson, you was there in Dallas, dog. It got drafted. Huh? Yeah, I know you Mavericks fans. Ooh, yeah, we'll talk about you Mavericks fans and Mavericks in just a second. But credit again goes to Knicks, New York Knicks, scrappy team. Jalen Brunson, you see why he won clutch player. He might not have the best shooting nights. He may not have the best overall games. But I see why this man won the clutch man of the year award. I see why. Because he's been doing it to the Boston Celtics down the stretch. Giving them the business. My goodness. Oh, my. Dallas Mavericks. Ooh. See, this is how I know Mark Cuban is not in charge of that team fully. He would have tried to make sure at all costs tried to keep Jalen Brunson. I blank check. What you want, stay here. All right? I think so. He damn sure wouldn't have traded away Luka neither. But let's talk about that elephant in the room. All right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, whoever watches my content on a, consistent basis, y'all know that I do not do conspiracies. But one thing that I do is I connect dots. And I don't think that's conspiracy. That's just connecting dots. So, yeah, Dallas Mavericks, you sly devils. I saw what you did. Matter of fact, the world saw what you did. The NBA world saw what you did. When people were like out of nowhere, Luka Doncic traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, 25-year-old. All right, had a lot of people shook, stunned, even me as a Lakers fan. I see what you did. See, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw that episode when I was talking about, Dallas Mavericks GM Nico Harris, I said, now, I know he's getting a lot of flack for the trade, but I think he made the trade because he was like, yo, this dude Luka, as great as he is as a basketball player on the offensive side, the man is lazy. He done ate up half of Dallas. Him and Big X the Plug is damn near best friends, so he damn near the size of Big X the Plug. The man is still, ain't taking his physical condition serious. And I think Nico saw that and was like, I know how good he is, but he ain't serious about his health. He ain't serious about taking care of his body. I'm willing to bet this is probably what happened. He's like, hey, man, have y'all seen the picture of Luka when he first got into the league and what he looks like now? That American food is tearing that European boy up. Tearing his ass up. See, when he first got into the league, he was on European, slim. He was European slim. He had a little meat on him, but he wasn't overly pudgy and none of that. That man been in Texas for a minute. He been in the D. He been in Dallas, hanging with Big X the Plug and shit. Huh? Yeah, he been hanging with Yellow Beezy. Yeah, he hang with the Dallas rappers and shit. So he been eating all the brisket, eating the whole half a cow. He been chilling in Dallas for so long. Go look at Luka's rookie picture and look at him now. And tell me that American food ain't got my man plump looking like purebred old boy. All right. Rod, what's up, my bro? Shout out to Rod and Sister. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Rod and Sister. That's my bro right there. He does a lot of great stuff. My man's on his comedy tip right now. And if you sensitive, don't fuck with my man Rod. And there's no filter. There's no sensitivity training. None of that. All right. If there was an HR for comedy, he'd be in the HR office every week. No, every day. But he do be having some funny shit. He's hilarious. But yeah, Gucci belt to ass. Yeah, I got that in the background. Minnesota ain't playing no games. They ain't playing no games. But back to Dallas. So Nico Harris, oh man, there's some bitch eating up everything. Oh, Luka, I'm thinking he made that trade because he's like, dude is not taking his physical fitness serious, blah, blah, blah. They make the trade. All right. Why didn't that guy not lose his job? Why did he not lose his job? Any general manager I know in any professional sports league, they would have fired a general manager for trading their future away at 25 years old, despite whatever thoughts or feelings you had about, his physical fitness and not caring about it. But I want everybody to put this in perspective. I need everybody to put this in perspective and take your feelings out of, especially you Dallas Mavericks fans, take your feelings out of this trade. He's a general manager. He's not an owner. The owners had to sign off on this trade, y'all. Listen to me and what I'm saying. If Nico Harris, the general manager, was able to convince the owners of the Dallas Mavericks, say, hey, I know y'all like Luka. Yeah, he's helping us sell tickets. Yes, he's doing that. Yes, he's an offensive star. Yes, he's going to be an MVP one day. Yes, he might even win a championship or two. But damn it, he's going to have to need a lot around him to do it. Because if you're asking for him to be just the star, yeah, I don't know, pimp. I don't think this is going to happen. Listen to what I'm saying, folks. The owners had to have signed off on trading Luka Doncic. There's not a such thing as a general manager just going rogue and just trading away a 25-year-old star without that being approved. I need everybody to understand that. Trades in all sports entities have to get approved by that owner of that team. Has to. So there was a way that Nico Harris convinced the owners of the Dallas Mavericks that, hey, yeah, he's a star, but he's a lazy slob and he's going to eat up the city. How much more can we get out of him? Because we're not going to get a championship. How much more dollars you think we're going to get? And y'all think I'm crazy? Go look at Luka. Go look at the games missed. Time here, time there, couple of weeks there, couple of weeks there. All right, okay. I'm crazy. But I'm a dot connector. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a dot connector. All right? So after they do all of this, how does a team like the Dallas Mavericks have a record of, I believe it was 39 and let me pull it up. It was 39 and something. All right. So they had about 39 wins. All right. So I did the math earlier. All right. I did the math earlier. They had a 39-43 record. So just a little bit under 500. All right. How does a team that is 39-43 have not one, not two, not three, but 11 teams had worse or just at the same amount of 39-43 wins as the Mavericks? 11 teams. All right. And I get it. We see the stuff on the TV on ESPN. They do the lottery draft on TV now. They got the little stupid little pinball machine and the little lottery balls come pop up and they, break it down. And it's supposed to be a probability chances. Come on now. Y'all want me. NBA. You want me, the dot connector, to believe that the probability of Dallas Mavericks getting the lottery pick before 11 other teams that was worse than them, or at 39-43, just at the same, they was supposed to get the lottery pick after trading Luka, void of a huge star, because Kyrie Irving getting older, had the Achilles or just whatever the serious injury was this past season. All right. AD, you know what you're getting. When he's on the court, could possibly easily be the best player on the court. More times than not, he's looking like me. And I'm talking about in street clothes, y'all. Chilling. Looking like me. We dressed the same. You know what I'm saying? So when that team is void of a superstar for their future because it was traded away, what's the best way to reconcile that for that team? Nico Harris is like, I don't look so crazy now, do I, y'all? I got to pull up that episode because I know I said some shit that was like, I don't know if Nico is, a lot of people ain't going to, really feel what I'm saying, but Nico might have some kind of crazy ass strategy that we don't know about. And lo and behold, here we are, May 12th, lottery gets announced. And lo and behold, they end up with the number one pick. So NBA, again, before I move on to my next topic, you want me, the dot connector, to believe that after Nico Harris traded away Luka Doncic, their future at a 25-year-old, and all of a sudden a void of a superstar for your future, y'all end up with the number one pick? Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a dot connector, y'all. I laid the dots out. I drew some lines. Y'all come up with your own theories. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's all. That's all. And Edwards is Bin Laden. Warriors need to call the CSI, FBI, or Agent Shield. Yo, you stupid, Rod. Rod. Hey, but he is going bonkers. Anthony Edwards is playing no games. He said, yeah, I'm gonna bust y'all in the head. But all right, let's move on. I've done enough dot connecting. I'll let y'all have it, man. Man, stop. Nobody said Orlando cheated when they got that number one after getting Shaq and also had the worst odds. Oh, by the way, he was also in a movie with Penny, who they traded that number one pick for. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just talking my shit, Bobby. I'm just talking my shit. I just thought it was such a coincidence that the Dallas Mavericks got the number one pick right after trading Luka Doncic. After 11 other teams were so bad, I don't know. Why wouldn't the NBA want Cooper to go to whitewash Utah, huh? Because if he goes to Utah, what exactly does that do for their look, it's just my opinion. If he sends Cooper Flag to Utah, I'm sorry. That's like taking, it's like putting Mike Trout in Anaheim. And I'm not comparing Cooper Flag to Mike Trout. What I'm saying is having good talent just literally just weather away in a stinking ass city like Utah or Salt Lake or my bad, Utah people, man. Ain't nobody checking for y'all. Ain't nobody checking for y'all. You send Cooper Flag there, he'll be irrelevant. All right. He'll put up great numbers. He'll make some all-stars. Have a handful of first-round exits. If he even gets there, just ask Donovan Mitchell how it is to be a superstar in Utah. How'd that work out? Yeah, it looks good on a resume builder. Yeah, look at all these all-star selections. Look at all these stats and numbers I've been putting up. Team success. Yeah. Motherfuckers start getting quiet. All right. Hey, that's a possibility too. Could be Chandler Parsons. He could be. But one thing I do know, I know he's gonna give an effort to take care of his body better than Luka did, and Nico Harris is like, I might got one. I might look smarter than what y'all try to say. But Stockton and Malone weren't replaced. D-Wade wasn't replaced. We didn't get that number one after Brian left the second time. People got to chill. Hey, man. Nah, of course people got to chill. But it's 2025. It's the internet. And just like me, everybody got a podcast. So, it was just my turn to just throw some more crazy fuel to the fire. I'm just a dot connector. That's all. Not a conspiracy theory. I'm not going to say the NBA is rigged. I just thought it was a coincidence. That's all I'm saying. I even tweeted it when I saw it. I was like, it's a coincidence that these jokers did all this and got the number one overall pick. Coincidence? Okay. I'm not going to say rigged. I don't like that word. So, but one thing I will talk about that I can speak on is about being a parent. All right. And Regina Jackson, for those who don't know who that is Jaden Daniels' mother. And she is getting literally thrown on the coals on social media. They are getting after her. Let your son live. Let him do this. Let him do that. Blase, blase, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how many children do you have that are pro athletes? And I just wondered. And the reason why I asked that is because my thing is how are we to tell this mother how her relationship with her son should be? How? I thought it was weird. Should I say weird? Yeah, I'm gonna say weird. But I'm gonna play this clip. Came off the Pivot. Regina Jackson was on there with the fellas from the Pivot. Love the show. Pivot, great show. But let's listen to what Miss Jackson had to say because in good Ryan Clark journalism way, he's gonna ask the tough questions that people like me want to ask. So let's take a quick listen.
About protecting Jaden from the wrong woman.
So first and foremost, I have a meme out there and it's funny. So I can't laugh. I can only laugh about it. But the whole girls comment was made, first of all, 2 years when he was at LSU. And it was a question asked, what is your biggest fear? And that should be every parent's biggest fear. That should be, if you're a star athlete and you're a female in WNBA, that should be your biggest fear is, the men or, the women, because you're a public figure and, your dollar amount is associated with your name. So you never know who really is there for you and who's really against you. And our thing is I want Jaden to date. I don't want everybody to say I'm putting it on record. My son can date. He can live freely, makes his own decisions. However, the relationship we have, he does value my opinion because, you know, when my kids were little, I did a lot for them. So, and my kids saw that. My father, my background, I worked too hard to allow anybody at any moment to come in and just, you know, take it away. So I have a view of what I feel a good person is. Mm-hmm. And, you know, but my son is 24 and he does have to go through things and he has to learn on his own. And, you know, he's a great kid and I'm thankful for him. He's, you know, not like some of these other guys, you know, he's really to himself. He's a homebody. He just really is. He's really loves sports. Like he really is. So I'm trying to work on his afterlife after sports because at some point it does end. And I don't want him to just be like, now what do I do? So I want to keep him involved in the world and, you know, have opened up a lot of doors. Like I'm in charge of his foundations. You know, we're trying to build facilities and, you know, back in his hometown that are going to help the youth and things like that. So that's what I'm in charge of on top of his everyday business dealings. And, you know, like I said, dealing with creative teams. I'm dealing with the creative side. I'm doing the storybooks and how we're positioning him and, you know, all this other stuff. So it's not just about you guys seeing me out and thinking we're just like hanging party.
I mean, I'm glad Regina Jackson did that. All right. All right. Ooh, Bobby! Ooh, talk to him. Talk to him. Oh, I think that's part of it. That's part of it. I think there's a lot of things that go in this. And obviously we're just getting that side. You know, we're just getting that side from Regina. All right. All right. So here's my biggest thing. For those who are talking and literally going after her on social media, I find it weird is because she's being a parent. You're clowning and throwing shade on a woman for being a parent. That's weird, y'all. It's 2025 and we shaming people for being a parent? Huh? All right, so I'm explaining something. I love my mom to death. I'm a mama's boy, but I am 37 years old. All right, I'll be 38 in a couple of months. Still have conversations with my mom every day, damn near. You know, there might be times we might go a week or so without chatting it up, but love my mom to death. But there's even, you know, times where my mom goes, I ain't trying to be in your business, bud. And I know what's about to happen. You know, my mom is just coming from concern, worry, care. So what I'm saying is even at 37, 38, my age, my mom is still my mom. She still wants the best for her child. I may be grown. I am an adult. But I'm still her child. And I'll say, hey, my mom, love you. Thanks for the care. I got it. And moms, to my mom's credit, love her to death. She goes, hey, heard that? Love your son. Stay in my lane. Heard that. So what I'm saying is who the hell is anybody to tell Regina Jackson how to be a mother for her son, whether he's a pro athlete or not? All right. All right. Shut up, bro. But who are we to tell her how to parent her child? He may be 24. That's still her child. Jaden Daniels is a grown man. pro athlete, nice little check. But she saw how the world is. She sees how the world is. She knows how the world is. She knew that at some point in time, there's going to be money involved attached to my boy's name. And I want to protect his investment because he's worked hard for it. And as a parent, that's my investment. And no, don't take that the wrong way, folks. What I'm saying is when you're a parent, you invest, you sacrifice, you give up. There's a lot of things that you don't see in the public eyes that parents do, that they do for their child, especially those that absolutely love their kids and are present. That would be me. There's a lot of things that y'all would never see that I'm willing to give up any action. I will do anything, sacrifice, whatever to make sure my kids are good. And for her to be a mother and to want to protect her baby, what's the problem? And protect his investments, his assets, what he's worked hard for, and to protect her investment for what she sacrificed and father and what they've done to raise this fine young man. Hey, if you're not a parent, you ain't probably feeling. And if you ain't a parent, I'm talking about no. Hear what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a egg donor or a sperm donor, you know, a fly-by mother or father. No. I'm talking about motherfucker that's present every day. They feel what I'm saying right now. All right. Hey, man, I can't with y'all, bro. But like in all seriousness, look, I get y'all. I'm with the jokes because I think they are funny. I do laugh sometimes. I'm like, damn, she everywhere. She everywhere with bro. Let Buzz live. Let him do this. Let him do that. But guess what? After hearing that, and the part that I caught where she says that he comes to me for advice because he values my opinion, because he saw the sacrifice and things that I did to raise him. He trusts me. He trusts my opinion. He trusts anything that I says. If anything, I'm trying to suggest anything is coming out of a term of love and protection. And he copy Regina Jackson. Oh, I get it all. So anytime you at the Met Gala, you at the next wedding, you at the this, that, and whatever with your son, I understand it now. I don't think it's creepy. I don't think it's nothing wrong with a mother looking out for her baby boy. And guess what? If he ain't complaining and bitching about it, why y'all on the internet talking about it? It ain't bothering Jaden. He loves his momager. That's his manager and his mom. He gets it all at the same time, and he loves it. He has no issue with it. Hey, you do what you're supposed to do, Regina Jackson. You take care of your investment. Hey, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice into being a parent. And if you are ever so lucky to have a child to get to that type of pinnacle, protect it. But it should be out of love, not for financial gain, which can get construed. You know, she can get confused and she can get ugly real quick, you know. Me personally, I would never mix business with family. That's just me. I love my family to death, but I also know my family. You know what I'm saying? I know who I can rely on. I know who's going to do all the work. I know who's going to slack and want to take credit. I know who's going to be bullshitting. But that's their prerogative. That's what they do. All I'm saying is we never see. Hey, you're not wrong. You don't see Lamar's mom out like that. Hey, I hear you. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But I know that Jaden's mom, like even when he was getting all that NIL at LSU and shit, she was already being asked questions, and she ain't shutting that down, ain't doing none of that. So she's kind of been known as the shut it down mom for a few years now. It's just transferred to another level on the NFL. And hey, again, maybe Lamar's mom is she's more reserved. She ain't probably with the want to be filmed and whatnot. I don't know the case, but no, solid point though, Bob. Solid point though. It is what it is. Last and certainly not least, got about 9 minutes left in the show. So I was always curious about this, folks, and I'm not gonna rehash anything that from a couple of weeks ago in the draft. Obviously, we know what happened with Shedeur Sanders and all that, and this, and whatever. But there was always one thing that I had to question to myself, like what? Because I knew about the relationship between Shedeur and Tom Brady. It's because I follow the Sanders family. I make no bones about it. I make no bones about it. So when you follow a certain family, social media and all that, and follow all their moves, I'm talking about. I follow Prime since I can remember. I've been a Prime Deion Sanders fan since knee high, like literally. I'm 3-4 years old trying to do the Prime, high step in the kitchen on the way to get some tacos. Taco Tuesday, I got hip to Deion Sanders Jr., his first son. I remember when he got signed to SMU. I remember the reality show that the Sanders had when him and Pilar were still together before the unfortunate situation went down with them. I remember that. I remember, hearing about Shiloh. I remember when he got the scholarship to South Carolina. I remember when Shedeur went to Trinity and Prime was coaching him there. And that's when obviously watching Prime, his post-career and whatnot, he's done a lot of stuff behind the scenes for the NFL shows, NFL Network, all that. So been a fan of the Sanders family. So I knew about the relationship between him and Tom Brady. And I was like, well, why the hell is Shedeur slipping away? The Raiders need a quarterback. Go get him. And I always thought, why did they not get him? Especially, and I get it, you signed Geno to that extension, but at the same time, Geno is not getting younger. I didn't understand why they did not get Shedeur, draft Shedeur, knowing of the relationship between him and Tom Brady. So I just want to play this clip, and obviously it's a real quick one. It ain't gonna take long. It's about like 25 seconds, but it's I guess Tom Brady pretty much explained everything that I've been kind of questioning. So let's take a quick listen, and we'll take the show home on this one.
Shedeur Sanders. Why? Shedeur Sanders. Why did he go so late in the draft?
It's a good question. I wouldn't have part of any evaluation process or
Skip Bayless says otherwise.
That's the problem with media, is everyone can just say whatever the fuck they want. I actually texted Shedeur because I know him very well. And I said, dude, whatever happens, wherever you go, that's your first day. Day 2 matters more than the draft. I was 199. Who could speak on it better than me? Like what that really means. Use it as motivation. You're going to get your chances. Go take advantage of it.
Shedeur Sanders.
Reason I wanted to play that clip is because I needed to hear from myself, from Tom Brady, on why he didn't pick Shedeur Sanders. And he said it right there, I wasn't part of any of the draft, decisions and whatnot. And, I just got to take the man's word for it. because you know, he is part owner. He is part of the ownership team for the Raiders. And I thought that, hey, knowing the relationship, he probably could have convinced the team, you know, the rest of the ownership team, like, hey, gotta get Shedeur. I know we just signed and traded for Geno. We got the extension and whatnot, but hey, let him learn. He's gonna be like the guy. Whether 2 or 3 years down the line, he's our guy. So I don't know. I thought it was, you know, I absolutely thought it was a possibility that he could have went there. But hearing what Tom Brady says right there, you know, I had no involvement in the draft process, and you know, Skip Bayless sees think otherwise. You know, he threw that shot at Skip. Hey, look, I just thought that he would have took a flyer on Shedeur. I mean, it's you know what I'm saying? I know. Hey. He ain't shit. No. And that's what I'm saying. You know, when the guy is not majority owner and he's not the big dog, you know, they might have listened to him. He might. I'm pretty sure Tom was like, hey guys, hey, you might want to take a flyer on Shedeur. I know the kid personally, Pops, you know, love him to death, you know, blase, and they probably listen to him. Like, all right. Yeah, Geno, yeah, don't worry, man. We ain't get him. You know, I don't know we don't know what went down. But I'm just saying, like, hearing Tom Brady try, you know, in my opinion, I don't want to say let himself off the hook, but, you know, just went ahead and clear it up. Like, because I know I can't be the only person that knows about the relationship and question why didn't you draft him? Because let's be honest, when it comes to the Raiders, man, it's been a struggle trying to find a quarterback. All right. The best quarterback you had has been below par, subpar, like my man Chris liked to say down in NOLA. My man been subpar his whole life. And that's your best quarterback in franchise history. Derek Carr is the Raiders' best quarterback stats-wise in franchise history. Ponder on that. Way below 500 win-loss record as a starter quarterback. All right. He's never been that guy. All right. That's been your best. So let's not act like the bar of being the franchise all-time best quarterback for the Raiders is stats-wise is not high. It's not high. All right. It's pretty low. The fact of the matter is that if I was Tom Brady, and you can sit there and say that you didn't have no, you know, voice in that draft process. When you're a minority owner, I probably would have raised hell to try to get Shedeur. I would have, knowing if you know the relationship, you know what he's made of, you know, you're dealing with him on a personal basis. Should have took a flyer on him. Just saying. But I can't tell you what to do with your team. Just saying. I'm just a fan of sport. But I will say this. If there's one team that's going to regret not drafting Shedeur Sanders, should be the New Orleans Saints. Should be the Saints. Because fact of the matter is, you had an injury with Derek Carr. So his season was up in air to begin with. Then all of a sudden, the sudden retirement. We saw what you did in the draft. All right. If Tyler what's his last name? Tyler if he's the guy, then he's easily beat out Spencer Rattler, right? I'm just going to say this. If he can't beat out Spencer Rattler, You just know you drafted wrong. You just damn sure know you just drafted wrong, damn it. That's all I'm saying. Hey, this season is going to be very polarizing when it comes to talk around Shedeur. There's going to be some teams that people are going to keep an eye on. They're going to keep an eye on New Orleans. They're going to keep an eye on the Giants. Probably those just those two teams for sure. And they're going to look at the quarterback play. And they're going to be like, should have drafted Sanders. Especially if Shedeur, and let's be honest, Shedeur has an opportunity to start in Cleveland. Because one, you're not worried about Deshaun Watson, the injuries. All right. Kenny Pickett? Oh, Joe Flacco, and Dylan Gabriel. All right. Shedeur might mess around and be the opening day starter. And if he does, you think the hell that's going to get raised on the internet? Just saying. Hey, look, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I didn't take too much of y'all time as it is, man. I didn't say it enough. But I do gotta take my ass to bed anyway. I gotta work in the morning. But no, y'all know where to find me. Going over to I.O.W Sports Network and all the social media platforms that we got. All right. Let me put up boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. Ow, right there. All the social media platforms for I.O.W Sports Network is right chill. All right. You want to tap in with me personally? Bam, look at the tip of my finger right there. That's my Twitter page right there. KC Wildcard Mar. And I'll be having all kind of content, including with my brother Bobby G, who is in the comments every Thursday and Friday. All right. So that's why you got to take your ass over to my Twitter, because I'll be posting all the content that I be gotten, because it's a lot. All right. And I ain't going to hold y'all. It's a lot. But hey, it's been real. This was fun. Love y'all. Happy Monday. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hopefully next month, y'all will care about us fathers just as much as y'all care about the mothers. We know y'all won't. But hey, make sure that my socks are comfy. All right. Because y'all just like giving us socks and ties and shit. So give me some comfortable socks. All right. Or weed always works, or Modelo. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. Love y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow. It's been real. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Hey, man, we holler at y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah. Silent Hill TD, yes, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card Mar. We about to